the other protests, other types of protests that you've gone. I know you've gone to the Palestinian issues and other kinds of issues. What's the response there?
Well, I mean, I've been to the Palestinian ones also. Like I see, like kind of like with these racist Zionists, like you hear the same thing. What how they call the Palestinian dogs and like savages. I mean, that's what the Minutemen call us. And a lot of times you see with these Zionists, you see like Minutemen. Or you see like Ted Hayes, like he's pro-Zionist, and he's anti-Mexican. You know, the Uncle Tom. You see like the Uncle Toms with the Zionists, and like you see with these or these Mexican coconuts. Like do you see them with the Zionists, and you know they are the same people. Like you see like the same people like go to these rallies, these white supremacists.
But a lot of these people have disappeared. It's like we don't see Ted Hayes around very much anymore. Gilchrist himself doesn't really show up very much. SOS doesn't even exist anymore. And what was the name of the guy who was the head of SOS?
Joe Turner?
Joe Turner, he was running for some office.
Yeah.
And we don't, when Gilchrist ran for office also. But these guys have basically disappeared.
Well, I do monitor them, and I know Ted Hayes, I mean, they try to stay active over the internet. So, I mean, he does his postings, and I mean, I don't know if he sees himself as an activist, but like doing this stuff, but he's like, he does postings on the internet, and SOS, they basically do the same thing, but they're not out like like doing the protest.
So they're internet organizations.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I guess you can say that.
Yeah. Okay, and as far as how many videos have you done so far?
Like 600?
600?
Yeah.
It's a lot of videos. And hits-wise, your hits are, how many people are viewing the videos? Yeah. So that's increased over a period of time.
Yeah,
because you've got a following at this
like
point.
The most popular one is like over 2 million. And
what was the most popular one?
Yeah, that was over 2 million. Mexican versus angry white random men, racist white random men.
And what was that one about?
Well, it's just where in Santana, where I just show up and they were just spewing their hate, and they're telling me that oh, you're not indigenous, that go back to Mexico, you know, like whatever, you know, things they always say basically.
Go back to Mexico, you fucking coward.
He's the group.
I'm the coward?
You're the fucking coward.
How am I a coward? I'm here by myself. I'm surrounded by Minutemen and I'm the coward?
What would happen if we went into your group by
You're the fucking coward. You come here to mooch off of this country. Why don't you go fix your own country?
You do?
You got no balls, huh?
Beyond
You got no fucking balls.
Why did your ancestors come here from Europe?
Where the fuck's your Indian?
Because they were cowards?
Okay?
Look, and what am I then? I'm indigenous to the continent. I'm indigenous to the continent. I'm indigenous to the continent. I'm an indigenous to the continent.
Where's your pride?
You're in the butt business?
I'm indigenous to this continent.
Indigenous?
Your ancestors came here illegally from Europe.
to my Social Security, you fucking idiot. Out of here. You fucking coward.
And another popular video is the kids video. And I mean, that made national news. Made, like even in Mexico, they wrote an article about it, and it was on Univision, Telemundo, and other media outlets.
Yeah, that one, for me, that was my big emotional response to the videos that you were doing, because it was such a powerful and natural and, you know, sort of a video that the people who watched it, because I remember it was on Telemundo and Univision. For me, that was the strongest of the ones that you did.
No, we're paying for your
Responses do you get as far as the feedback on the YouTubes?
We'll start
with positive.
Positive. I mean, positive is like like people that I guess they were blinded. A lot of people get awakened. They like, I guess they never really thought about it because all the propaganda is like, oh, there's no color lines, like there's no more racism. So when they see the videos, I think some people do wake up and they're like, wow, I didn't even know like all this existed. I mean, it's right in front of me, but I never like really thought about it. So there's like,
you remove the blinders from
yeah, some for some people, yeah. So that's, I guess that's what motivated me to do more, because I got to stop a long time ago. But there's like, especially like the youth, like they're basically on the internet and they're looking for funny stuff, or they're looking for like fights. So I put like my title of my video is Mexican versus racist, and they think they're gonna see a fight, and then they'll see like this video about racism, and like I have attracted a lot of the youth with the videos, and some are like as young as 10, 11, 12. So hopefully when they get older, they'll be a part of the Mexica movement, because like I do have the website of the Mexica movement on my home channel. So hopefully they
do follow. They do follow. It's like when we were in Arizona, that was an interesting lecture that we did, when was it, April? And of the people that were in the audience, I think every one of them at one point said basically, because we were asking, well, how did you find out about Mexica movement? And practically all of them were saying, well, I saw this Naui's videos. And when they went to your videos, that you were promoting Mexica movement and how to get themselves more educated. And the biggest supporters that we have in Arizona that are the members and supporters there, all of them were introduced through the videos. So that's been a very positive thing, in that you open up the eyes of a lot of people and you take the blinders off of others. But from our own people, what are the negative things that you get?
That, or like they always say, you're not going to change anything, or like, it's like, oh, we're mixed anyways. What are you saying? You're indigenous, we're mixed, like, or like the real sellouts, like, well, this is America. If you don't like it, get out. Like, and also, if it wasn't for my grandfather that served in the military, you wouldn't have been doing this, and stuff like that. Like what vendidos usually say, same propaganda.
Yeah. Well, the main one that we get also this whole thing about you're not going to change anything. Well, then leave us alone. So like they're very bothered by us confronting, by us educating our people, by what you're doing. If it doesn't make a difference, then why don't they just let us go on and be irrelevant? Yeah. But I think that's the strong part of what you're doing. It has educated people as to the ugliness, and you've led them to get some knowledge, and those are the good things that I think that are helping our people. What do you see as far as long term with what you're doing? What do you want? What do you want to see more of the same thing, or do you have other ideas?
Well, I mean, like like long term, hopefully, I get some kind of funding where I can go to like. Kind of what you did, go to the sacred sites, or travel, promote indigenous languages, so they won't get lost. I mean,
able to be more educational.
Yeah. I mean, I have videos like that, but it's kind of like, when you don't have the money to travel. I mean, it's
expensive.
It's expensive.
For those who didn't see the videos that I did, I spent a month traveling to 25 sacred sites. That cost a lot of money. Yeah. And that is one of the things. It does cost money to get educated, to educate other people. And there's too few of our people who are willing to help actually with the education. It's like with those at Mexica movement, we get almost no donations. We're always asking for donations. People think, we get calls, they think we got this big old office, and they think that we have funding. We're all volunteers. On average, it's $100 a month, and that's mostly from members and supporters. So there isn't really support, but hopefully down the road, when we're able to to be able to educate our people. We have the writers and we have the video makers, we have the lecturers, we have basically all that. Is just that our people are not really ready to support something like this. And I hope that what you're talking about, I think, because I can see that. Yeah. I can see Naui and Huachimontones, right?
Yeah.
Jalisco, where your parents are from.
Yeah.
To be able to relate to the history, be able to relate to the art, be able to relate to a lot of different things.
Also, I just want to say that I have a wife that supports me, so I get to go over there and do what I gotta do.
And,
So that's it.
In every way, who is very supportive.
Gladly, yes.
Tlaxcamati.
Thank you.
Okay, Tlaxcamati.
Yeah.